All right, let's take a look at another example, number 2. I'm going to go quicker here. All right, so remember again, you're going to have 2 vertical asymptotes and 1 horizontal. You're going to have 2 vertical asymptotes or 1 horizontal. Again, how do these graphs look? If you determine that the middle graph, right, the middle graph's going to look like a parabola here. If you determine that the middle graph is down here, then this one's like a parabola opening down. If you determine that the parabola is on this top part here, then the parabola is opening up. That's the middle. That's this middle section, right? And then if this one's down here, then you got the wings on this side, kind of like the other curves going this way. And if this one's having the parabola up here, then the wings are on the bottom, right? So the parabola's on the bottom, the 2 curves are on the top. If the parabola's on the top, the 2 curves are on the bottom. Okay, so that's what the graphs are going to look like. You're going to have 2 vertical asymptotes and 1 horizontal. It'll make 6 quadrants. You will have 2 vertical asymptotes and 1 horizontal, and it makes 6 quadrants. But the graphs are going to look like this, or it looks like this. It's going to depend where this one is. If this one's in the bottom, if this middle one, this parabola is in the bottom, then the other 2 are on the top. The corners will be like the curves. The middle will be a parabola, the corners will be the curves. And if the parabola is on the top, then the curves are on the bottom. Okay, number 2. So that's what the graphs would look like. F of x is equal to x squared minus x minus 12 over x squared minus x minus 6. Okay. Well, we know that this is factorable. I'm going to copy it over just to not be so busy and sloppy here. This will be x minus 4, x plus 3. And I'm not looking for common factors. You're not going to have that here. They'll factor, but nothing will like divide out. This will be x minus 3, x plus 2, right? So here's my function. This one's going to replace that. This one's going to replace that. Right? Your factoring you should be strong with. So this is the function you're working with. Again, you got this video, you can rewind it, you can pause it, you can see it as many times as you need. I'm just trying to fit in as many examples in the videos that I can. This is the one you're working with. And now you're like, well, what do I do with that? Well, now here's where you got to find out your, right, we know we're going to have 2 vertical asymptotes and your 1 horizontal asymptote. So I'm going to copy the function again here, and I'm going to copy the function again here. Later, I mean, you'll be able to just see it there, but you're learning it here for the first time. For the vertical asymptote, that's the one where you find the value of x that'll give me a 0 here, right? We can't have 0 in a denominator of a fraction, right? This rational function, we can't have zeros here. So what value of x will give me a 0 there? Well, x equals positive 3. That's one of your asymptotes. And what's another value of 0 here? What's the other value of 0 of x here that'll make a 0 here? X equals negative 2. Okay, so here's your 2 vertical asymptotes. You just look at the denominators and you kind of pretty much determine which value of x you can't have. I can't have a positive 3. Positive 3 take away 3 is 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Okay, and for the vertical asymptote, x minus 4, you really don't pay attention to these factors. you really don't pay attention to this. You look at these coefficients. I mean, there was nothing that factored out. There's no numbers here. I'm supposed to have like some numbers here. Well, you don't. So, well, not any other numbers other than what? A 1 and a 1. So this is where you get what? Y is equal to 1 over 1. Well, that's y is equal to 1. That's your horizontal asymptote. All right, there it is. There's my 2 vertical asymptotes and your 1 horizontal asymptote. Let's graph that out. So let me make my xy axis first. One, two, three, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Okay, what was that again? My asymptotes were one of them at x equals 3. X equals 3, go to x, go to positive 3. It's gonna go like this, right? Going through 3. There's my first vertical asymptote at x equals 3. X equals 3. Where's the other one at x equals -2? Oh, no problem. Right here. I mean, come on. It's a vertical or a horizontal line, right? Oops, that was kind of crooked. Sorry. I got one at x equals 3 and I got one at x is equal to -2. But I need the horizontal. What's the horizontal? Y is equal to 1. There it is. Y positive 1 right there. So like I said, it's going to make like an H. And it's going to give you 6 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Easy peasy. And now, how are you going to determine? How are you going to know if it's the one where the parabola is in the middle and the bottom and the 2 curves are on the top? Or how are you going to know if it's the one with the parabola in the top, which will make the curves in the bottom? Well, that's when we come back here and we go back to our function and we pick a value of x. So let me copy this again. Down here, it is f of x is equal to x minus 4, x plus 3 over x minus 3, right? X plus 2, that's this. That's the function, right? When we factored it, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I just copied again. And I'm going to pick a value of x. Gee, I wonder what's the easiest value of x to pick. Well, you're going to let x equals what? You're going to let x equal 0. If I put a 0 here, wouldn't this be 0 take away 4 times 0 plus 3 over 0 take away 3 times 0 plus 2, right? Everywhere there's an x, I put a 0. And f of x is y, so that'll give you y. Y is equal to -4, right? 0 take away 4 is -4 times 0 plus 3 is 3 over 0 take away 3 is -3, 0 plus 2 is 2. Oh, I like this one. This is going to be -12 over, right? -4 times 2 over -6. Ooh, this is going to give me a nice number. I'm going to get y is equal to what? Y is equal to +2. So when you substituted x equals 0, you got, right, the input was x equals, the input was 0. You put a 0 here, and you got an output of y is equal to 2. That's a coordinate. When you put 0, that's your point. That's a point on the graph. 0, 2. Boom, 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 boom. That is a point that is on the graph. So if I go to 0, 2, go back over here, right? I got my asymptotes here. I got 0, 2. Here's my X and Y axis. 0 on the X, nothing on the going left and right. 0 and up 2 right there. Well, guess what that tells you? That means that this middle one that's a parabola goes right here. It's going through right there. And if that's where the middle one is, where are the other ones? Down on over here. And that is it. There's 2 of them, by the way, right? They're on the same side. All right. That's the second one. I'll do one more. It's a good one. Make sure you see the third one.